Back everyone, my name's Lee from Leather's Kitchen. Today we're making this delicious, moist chocolate olive oil cake. And it's also gluten-free and can easily be made low carb as well. So first we're just going to preheat our oven. So we're going to heat it up to 170 degrees or 340 degrees Fahrenheit. Then we're going to line a springform pan with some grease-free paper. So all I do is I just press the ring over the paper and just clip it in place and just make sure it's all secured. Nice and easy, don't need to fuss too much about cutting the edges off. And I'm also just going to spray some olive oil around the edges. I'm going to use olive oil because we're going to be using olive oil as the main fat for this cake. So now we're going to put together our dry ingredients. So I've got 150 grams of almond meal. And I just use the Costco one from Costco. Then we're going to add 50 grams of cocoa. So I'm just using some cacao powder from Woolworths. And I'm just going to sift that in just so that we get all the lumps and everything out of it. I'm also going to add half a teaspoon of bicarb soda. And I'm going to sift that as well. And you can see there was a lot of lumps in there, so I just got all those out. And I'm also just going to add a sprinkle of salt, really important when you're baking anything with chocolate. A little bit of salt adds so much flavour. Alright, so now I'm going to put that aside. And in a stand mixer, we're going to add 4 eggs. Then we're going to add a little bit of vanilla. Let's use vanilla extract. Then I'm going to add 200 grams of sugar. So I'm actually using a sugar replacement today, which is a erythritol blend. And that's the only change you have to make it low carb keto. Then we add 150 ml of extra virgin olive oil. And that is our main fat for the actual batter, and that's the reason why it comes out so moist. And now we're going to whip it up so it doubles in size. Once it's doubled in size, we're going to add the dry ingredients. And we are just going to just gently blend that just until it's all combined. So now we're going to pour that into our springform pan. And then we're just going to use a spatula just to even it out. Now my springform pan I think is just a little bit too big, so the final product I made is a little bit flat, and that's just because of the size. So for this recipe you need a 20 centimeter springform pan. I only have a 25 centimeter springform pan, so this probably has made quite a bit of a difference. Therefore, mine actually baked a lot quicker. So that's just something to just keep in mind. While it did come out a little bit flat, it was still incredibly moist. Alright, so let's get that into the oven. So I'm going to bake that for 40 to 45 minutes. Now, because my springform pan was a bit bigger, it was a bit flatter, so therefore I actually cooked mine for only 40 minutes. And this is the final product. And as I said, if your springform pan was a bit smaller, it would come out a lot higher. I'm just going to finish it with just a little bit of dusting of cocoa powder. And let's try it out. And it almost has the texture of like a brownie, especially around the edges when you get the edges of the brownie, and it actually tasted really good. And I was surprised even using such simple ingredients, how good it turns out. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.